Alright, folks. Welcome back to the Man in the Basement. Welcome to the basement. Episode 23, I guess. Anyway. So, welcome back. Thanks for being in the basement with the man. I was going to do a whole thing on Tim Walz and how he's a homosexual. Which is fine. I'm not anti-homosexual. I'm just saying he's a homosexual. And he's pretending. He's lying to the people. Anyway, I was going to do a whole thing about that. But I got to talk about Diddy. Everybody's talking about you. We're talking about Sean P. Diddy, Puffy Combs, hip-hop mogul from like the 90s. You know who I'm talking about. If you don't, maybe you're a young kid or you shouldn't be watching this show. But I've been saying it for years. I knew it in the 90s. When he was dancing around with Mace. And Mace was like, I gotta get away from this guy. I did a whole show on it with my partner on this show. And you should, Age Gap Podcast, you should be watching that. And why all of a sudden Mace is now, like in the 90s, Mace was this hot thing. He's on MTV all the time. You couldn't get away from Harlem World or whatever it was called. Yeah, it was called Harlem World. And then all of a sudden the guy's out the game. He's gone. He's in the ether. And no one questions it. He finds Jesus, becomes a pastor, a minister, or something. And it was obvious. His best buddy, Notorious B.I.G., dies, gets killed, I should say, rather. When somebody gets killed, murdered, you have to ask, any detective asks the first question, who benefits from this? Somebody always unless it's like a mass murder, school shooting with no, but in a one-on-one hit, somebody's a beneficiary. Tupac gets killed. Who benefited? Some say Suge Knight, some say Diddy. Notorious gets killed. Who benefited? Diddy. Then he made that fluff hit, Every Breath You Take. I'm not the, me and you shopping kicks, all this stupid. He was a scumbag. He profited off his friend's death. I wish Biggie was smarter. If Biggie was smarter, he would have wrote a lot of this stuff down, because I think he knew the hit was coming. He had to. He's a street kid from Brooklyn. You can't be that stupid and make that much money. Knew the hit was coming. I wish he wrote it down, though. Wish he wrote it down. But Diddy, if you don't know, it all started a few months ago with the Cat Williams Shay Shay interview. Actually, it started way before that. 50 Cent exposed it years and years ago. There's numerous videos, footage of Diddy doing creepy, like Joe Biden stuff. I want to ask, actually, and put this in the comments section, or ask me, if you're a grown man, do you like hanging out with kids? You could be a teacher, that's fine. And you're hanging out with, you're teaching the kids for an hour, or, that's your job, you get paid. But if it's not your son, daughter, niece, or nephew, would you hang out with a kid? Like, I'm not talking like an 18-year-old or 17, someone who just likes to listen to your BS stories. But I'm talking like kid. Anyway, he was hanging out with Justin Bieber when he was like 12 years old. I mean, isn't that a red flag right away? There's something off with this guy. And all these celebrities, I don't have all their names in front of me, but they were mutual, and they were up in the black community. They're like, nah, like, you go home early when you're partying with Puppy. You don't stay out with him. End the night early, because some nefarious, weird stuff is going to go down. So he's basically the hip-hop Epstein. He's in jail now. This is crazy. This guy, I'm guessing he's worth $1 billion plus. His lawyers put out a $50 million bail option, and the judge denied it. What does that tell you? He's in New York, too, which is liberal New York. They got dirt on this fool. Bad dirt on this guy. And the other thing I want to point out, too. So, he was always creepy. Some people saw it, some people tried to blow the whistle, but they were like, whatever. It's just not for me. Some celebrities, they were like, it's not for me. He got backed by all these liberal celebrities, politicians, Al Sharpton, the shaved-headed black lady, I think she's out of Massachusetts, Ellen DeGeneres. Degenerate. They were like, oh, he's an angel, he's great. Oprah, I think, even backed this fool. And now they're not gonna touch him. They're not going near him. And this is a big rumor. And I'll say it on the Man in the Basement, and if I get the knock at the door, which is inevitably coming, they think Obama is on that list. He had 150 hidden cameras in his house. He's Epstein. He knew what he was doing. Thousands of bottles of lube all over his house. Lube. I like sex as much as the next guy. How much lube do you go through in your life? I'm not even of the age. I don't. It's not. I don't. Who cares? But yeah, thousands of bottles, creepy hidden rooms. This guy's like a mixture of Epstein and like H.H. Holmes, the serial killer from Chicago. Bizarre stuff. And what I'm let me preface this. So when I first got my start in entertainment, I was a model. That, believe it or not, Man in the Basement, he was on the page. And a fan asked me the other day, why aren't you more famous? And I said, truthfully, I don't need the money, and I can't be bought. And he was asking me why, like, I want to be in entertainment. I was like, careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. Because when I was modeling, it was creepy. This was like in the early 2000s, whatever, like, the hot... Anyway. Basically, I couldn't be bought. And I wouldn't do sex acts to get on a cover or any of that stuff. I wouldn't do it. So I kind of got blacklisted. Photographers didn't want to work. Everyone's gay in the modeling industry, just so you know. And I wouldn't do the gay stuff. So I got blacklisted, blackballed, and then I ended up doing comedy, and I had much more fun doing that. But yeah, careful what you wish for, kids. There's more to life than just money and cars, and that's pretty much all of Puffy's raps was monies and cars. Money and cars, money and cars, clothes. Who cares about that stuff? What's important is your soul. You can't sell that, right? So anyway, without getting too he basically went down when he started hitting the women, and that's never a good thing. And it was on video. It was a disgusting video. It was actually captured a couple years ago. But why do they protect these people? Why do they go to bed? Why? These are heartless, soulless individuals. Demonic. So, without beating the dead horse too much, P. Diddy's going down. What I'm most anticipating, excited for, is who's he going to give up? Who's going to flip on who? And Hollywood has been in the toilet for about 4 years, right? And then once Trump gets reelected, that's why they won't want Trump in, because Trump's gonna, he don't forget. He's like an elephant man, he don't forget. So you wronged him once, he's gonna wrong you 5 times. So keep an eye on the story. There's plenty of sources out there. I predict he gets Epsteined, he gets suicided in jail. The camera goes off mysteriously, and all of a sudden it's out of the news cycle in 2 days. That's what I predict, because the Democrats always use the same playbook. They don't change. They don't even though they say turn the page, they don't turn the page. They've been on the same page forever. So, yeah, Diddy, I hope you rot in hell. And all those who supported him, too. I never bought your album. And, yeah, you were just unavoidable because you were on MTV all the time. And who knows what you did to get there. So as always, folks, send me your comments. Deacon Cassidy 00013, is that correct? Deacon Cassidy 00013 at gmail.com. My blood pressure's spiking. I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to the next one. See you later. Peace.